right, we are back with another episode, and joining me today, the one, the only, Amy Hef. How's it going?
It's good. How are you doing, Cody?
I'm doing fantastic.
Thanks so much for having me, by the way.
Absolutely. Thank you for taking
Appreciate
the
it.
time.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, for starters, for those watching who may not know you, tell us a little bit about yourself and where you come from.
I'm Amy Hef, and I was born in North Battleford, Saskatchewan. Grew up in a little town called Fort McMurray, and I've been going back and forth between Los Angeles and Calgary for the last 12 years. And I started off in the rock and pop world, and ended up going to somewhat of the country world now. So my first single, Between Us, is now out, and it's my first country, my first attempt at country. So here we go.
Love it.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about how music kind of came into your life. Is it something that was in the household or just something you just fell in love with one day?
It was definitely in my household. I'm the youngest of five, and my older brother is 17 years older than I am.
Oh, wow.
So he moved to LA when I was 2 to pursue music. And so there was always kind of guitars laying around. My sister, who was older than me, she also played, and we also had an organ. We played a lot in church. And I really wanted to play the drums, so I asked my dad for a drum kit. And it took me having to do a deal with him that I'd play every day for 6 months. And then he would rent me a kit. And then if I played every day, I would get the kit. And I did. And I love drums. And that's kind of started my path to music
That's
from
right.
that way.
Because you toured across North America as a drummer.
Yeah. I toured with a Christian artist named Janelle, and we did all over the place, which
Nice.
was a great experience. Yeah.
And then while you were on the road, that's kind of when you fell in love with the whole songwriting and
Yeah. I was like, I could do that better up there front, up in the front. I could do that too. So
this.
I decided I wanted to, yeah, she gets all the attention, and like driving around with all the drums all the time. It's a terrible thing. I should have played a harmonica. Might have been a way easier job, but
Okay. I
but
see.
yeah, so just wanted to carry a microphone around. So that's why I became a lead singer.
Perfect. Love it. Love it. So what brought you to country music? What made you fall in love with it?
Well, I've always kind of had it growing up. So I'm Saskatchewan, Fort Mac, Calgary. You can't really escape that. But for me, dealing in the pop world and the EDM world, there's a lot lost in lyrics, I find lately. So I really like the storytelling of country. Always have. I loved 90s country, like Shania Twain. It was one of my favorites, and I kind of taught myself to sing listening to her up albums and stuff. And so I have a really appreciation for that kind of style. And I met with Dave Temple. He came to my show at the King Eddie a few years back, and he asked me if I ever thought about going into the country genre. And it definitely was something I wanted to do, but when you're kind of stuck in a genre, doing it before, to think about having to go over to something else, it's very overwhelming. But with Dave's help and recording at MCC right here, MCC Recording Studio, and working with Johnny, the engineer here, it's been a lot of fun. And I feel like I'm still me very much in it. And it's kind of like, a new fun thing for me to try as an artist is this country thing. And I'm loving it. And I love the people involved with country music. And I'm having a blast so far.
Love it. I found the country scene was very welcoming when I joined it.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
I went to the CCMAs for the first time in November here,
Yep.
and just had a blast and really connected with so many people, and was blown away of how kind everybody is, and down for a good time. And yeah, I think I'm going to be just fine here.
Love it. Do you find that there is a little bit of a difference between like genres with people and how people act and treat others or anything like that?
Yes, definitely. Not like I don't want to say anything like it's not insulting or anything, but it's just I think pop is a little more competitive almost.
Yeah.
Like, and it's way more image focused. It's way more, age is bad, age, like, and it's all about social media hype, and so it's a little different, gets away from the music a lot more, I find. Whereas country, I'm finding it's a lot more about the music and the songs, which I'm very appreciative of, because I'm an old lady now. I'm just kidding.
Listen, you said it. I've been saying this ever since I got into the country scene. I feel the pop, exactly what you said. It's about the image. It's about social media. I agree 100%. I've been saying it for so
Yeah.
long.
Right. Yeah.
Finally,
Yeah.
finally
And
someone was able to say it.
I've been hanging out with this in that scene for so long. I loved it. It really, I learned a lot, and I still, I'm not ever not gonna do a song again like that or anything. I'm just learning, and I'm just kind of jumping over. And I think it's important as an artist to really go in that direction where you're getting pulled and try things that are different than you're usually doing and stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. I'm loving how my music's been turning out, and the response has been great so far. And I love the people working it, like I said.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. And you've got a great team behind you.
Yeah,
MCC, Dave, Johnny.
absolutely.
So
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, the best hair in the biz.
That's right. That's
When
right.
Dave and I walk into a room, he used to have a mohawk too. So yeah, when we walk into rooms, a lot of turn heads.
Um, so I want to talk about something that I found pretty cool. In the past, you had music that gained some attention and earned some placements on like Keeping Up with the Kardashians and was it Vanderpump Rules? Is that right?
Yeah, Vanderpump Rules. Yeah, that is
Um,
correct.
how was that when you got told like that was gonna happen? Like that's pretty cool.
It's really cool. Yeah, I signed a deal a while back with a placement company, and they got me the Kardashian placements. I had a bunch, and like my favorite one was Chloe was on elliptical and talking about her camel toe, and then my song came right in after that. So that was a great segue.
Yeah.
And then with Vanderpump Rules, I actually didn't know I got placed. It was through another company, and they said they were going to use a song in a show, but I had no idea what show or what song. And it was, yeah, my song "Drunk on Conversation," which I did with my buddy Alex Alexander. And people were sending me videos of my song in Vanderpump Rules, and I was kind of blown away because it was something you just don't expect, and it's a show that everybody watches, and so it's pretty cool feeling.
So do they not tell you exactly like, yeah, your song's going to be played this episode, this time?
They were supposed to. They were.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. I was like,
supposed to. Usually you do.
yeah,
Yeah, but I didn't get that. Like I said, it was kind of a generic email they sent, and I was like, even to Alex, I'm like, who the hell placed it? And he's like, I don't know. He's like, I think it was Song Traders. So we had to like go back through our emails, and like we finally figured out who it was and placed it, and then we finally collected our check, which is a very little check, but we got it. So get that,
anything works.
write that check.
That's right. Cool. All right. So for someone who's maybe never heard your music before, especially being new to country, how would you describe your sound to them?
It's got like a kind of a 90s country feel to it,
Yeah.
with some rock. I love 80s music. I love 90s music. And I kind of have a deeper voice, a little rough around the edges. Yeah, it's not like typical. And I think that there was the same thing with me in the pop world and now in country. People really have always had a tough time placing me, just because I'm kind of all over the place. And so it's a fun party rock country kind of vibe to it.
Okay. Love it. Love it.
Yeah,
Um,
fun and party. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And so let's talk about inspirations and people who inspire you. Is there people that kind of influence you um, towards performing by itself and towards songwriting by itself?
Yeah, definitely. Well, when I was 11, I saw Gwen Stefani on television with No Doubt, and I was like, that's what I want to do with my life. I thought she was just the coolest, and there wasn't a lot of female fronting bands back then either.
Right.
And so it was kind of this edgy kind of style. And then kind of growing up, I kind of got into songwriting. Sheryl Crow was a big influence in my world. Now Brandy Carlisle, I love listening to her. Not to say that my stuff sounds like her at all, but I really love the way she writes. And then living in LA for a long time, I got to see Lady Gaga a lot before she was even famous.
Yep.
And there's an artist named Robin. She was big in the 90s called with Show Me Love. And then she's got so many more records since then that are kind of like, she's still popular, but kind of still underground. Still, she has her own thing. But
Right.
I've seen her live 4 times and it's completely changed everything. You know, there's certain artists that are just on fire live. And Gaga was one of them too. And just kind of really wanted me to step up my energy game on stage and really make it a show and make people feel uplifted and feel like they left having a really good time. So that's kind of what I've taken from those kind of performances, and hopefully people take that from mine.
Absolutely. And when it comes to your music, what is the general message you're wanting to share with your fans, and why?
Like I said, it's more like it's uplifting. I want them to feel something, connection. I love connecting with people, and I really hope my music, when I start a song, it's relatable, that people get it. I've been in that situation, and it kicks them on the ride. You know, I really like a big power chorus. I love like a sucked in verse to a power chorus, and I really want that ride and to feel that uplift. You know, and that's really what I like to bring and help people kind of connect to that. So
Perfect.
yeah.
Love it. Love it. All right.
Thanks, Cody.
Hey, so let's chat about your music now. Like your newest single, Between Us. Tell us about it and how it all came together.
Yeah, my brother had the idea many years back. He's in LA, like I said before, and I started hearing what he was doing, and I just loved the chorus, and I loved the bridge. It was a total different bridge before. Now it's like no words, no nothing, just ha. I'm like, less words are better. So did that, but it's basically about that initial feeling of when you meet someone that you're really attracted to, or like a spark, you know, and you just want to be around them, and it's never losing that feeling of letting that go. And I recorded it first with my brother, and then Dave heard it and really wanted to try something with Johnny. And yeah, this is where it ended up, and I'm very excited about it. I love the banjo in it, and it's a little heavier, and it's a lot of fun.
Awesome. And available on all platforms, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it just came out on February 11th.
Perfect. And
brand new.
You have a music video with it as well.
Yes, it's actually just coming out here soon. Yeah, I think it'll be out by the time this is airing for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Awesome. Tell us.
It was shot. Oh, sorry. You do the question and then I'll answer.
Hey, no, I'm asking the question. No.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I was just
out.
Tell us the creative vision behind your video.
Well, this one was shot like a while back with my buddy Jordan. There's a farm off just east of Calgary here. They have like this huge crane, and it was a little chilly out, but I still have a vest and not very much like clothes on. There's a big crane, and I wanted to ride a crane like with a swinging ball for a long time, since Miley Cyrus, and I got to do that. It's like a dream come true. Yes. Yeah, we basically just were around on this big, huge acreage and made a whole day of it. The family that let us shoot, they were incredible, and yeah, let me ride their crane. So God bless them. And it's all in black and white. It's kind of that kind of look, and it's a very indie looking video, and I'm very proud of that video. So I'm excited for you to see it.
Love it. And
yeah,
co-writing. You do a lot of co-writing?
Mostly I've been in the past mostly writing with kind of my team, my brother Doug, And then I have another guy, Steve Giles. We've been like kind of a trio for about like 11 years.
Yeah.
But I do a lot of co-writes too. But that's kind of my core team um, before the pandemic here, kind of thing. So we've done a couple Zooms since then, but I really like the in-person feeling. And with co-writes, it takes some time. Sometimes when you do a new co-write with someone, it is like developing a relationship. Sometimes you'll have nothing on the first day, and then the second day you'll finally get something going. And yeah, so that process is kind of why, like with my brother and Steve, like we have that comfort, and we can hammer out stuff pretty fast. But
Right.
I'm always open for co-writes and all that kind of stuff. So it's always fun.
Where are you finding most of your inspiration when writing?
Mm, it changes all the time. It could be like a new song I just heard. It could be a heartbreak or a fight or that feeling of love and being super in love, and could be stubbing your toe. A lot of times I get like phrases that I hear or I think of. Like I did a song called "Dumb It Down" because radio one time said "dumb it down your songs."
Right.
So I write these phrases in my phone, and so my phone is full of just one-liners, and that's usually the idea I start with. And then if I'm doing a co-write, I'll bring up a one-liner and see if we can write something around that with building a story.
Awesome. Very
Yeah,
cool.
that's basically usually just one-liners, a
Yeah,
phrase.
love that.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
With the world being crazy the last couple of years, restrictions are finally lifting a little bit. Do you have any shows lined up?
I've got a show at the Backlot, which is a little gay bar here in Calgary,
Nice.
coming up on March 5th.
Yeah.
And then other than that, we're just in the middle of booking stuff. I got some cool people that I'm slightly starting to work with, and hopefully announce that in the next little while. But I hopefully by the spring and summer, we're back to normal and I'm working again, which would be lovely.
Yeah.
I'm
Festivals.
really excited right. I love live shows. That's kind of my baby. That's where I'm most home. So
Absolutely.
I'd love
Perfect.
for that to be open again.
All right. What else is next for you? You got the release of this single, New to Country.
Yeah, new to country. I got another song that I'll be releasing in the next little while called Perfect.
Nice.
And then I'm going to be doing a song called Being Awesome with the girls from Nice Horse,
Love it.
who are like some of my favorite ladies on the planet. I'm very excited for that one. And then I have another one going to come out after that called Daddy's Girl. So I've got a kind of a 4-song plan, and I've got way more that I want to share, but we're just starting slow.
Yep.
And then hopefully we'll put a EP album together here, and hopefully country likes me and I'll stick around.
Really, I'm sure they'll love you.
I will. I will anyway. So
Yeah. Doesn't matter what anyone thinks.
exactly. I just do it for the love of music.
That's it.
I
All that matters.
don't need money. Money's for losers.
Um, when you, I was gonna ask, when you lived in LA, whereabouts did you live out there?
I lived first in the Valley, and then I was in West Hollywood
West
after
Hollywood.
that.
When I was like 20, I lived there for like 6 months. I lived in
Oh, really?
Woodland Hills, is where I lived.
Yeah, I lived really close to there. I was in like Reseda, and like Van Nuys area, and
Van
then
Nuys.
Woodland Hills. Yeah, and then Woodland Hills is where like I went to go. The shopping mall was there. I spent a lot of time in
Like,
Woodland Hills.
did it start with a T? I don't remember.
Yeah, it did.
Like Topanga. I want to say Topanga.
Topa- well, Topanga was where the city. It was a city in like in LA. It's so confusing because they think it's just LA, but LA is a county, right? So it's at least every like 3 blocks is a new city, right? So there's Topanga, yeah. But the Topanga is a Topanga shopping center, right? I think it was that. I
Maybe
can't remember.
I'm trying to like, yeah. It's been so
So I was
long.
in I was in Reseda, Northridge for a bit, which was kind of close to Woodland Hills, and then I went to West Hollywood. So
Right. Yeah. And
yeah,
I had a friend who lived right in Hollywood and at the Americana Mall. That's where she lived as well.
yeah.
Love that. I was like, how do you afford this place? Like, oh my
I
goodness.
know, right?
Oh,
Exactly.
unreal. Um, All right, Amy, last thing, tell everyone where they can find you on social media.
So everything, Instagram, give me at Amy_Hef. That's HEF. Keep it simple. And then I'm on TikTok. I have a website, amyhef.com, and Facebook, pretty much anywhere. If you put Amy Hef in, you should be able to find me. And
Perfect.
add me, and yeah, let's have some fun.
Awesome. All right, guys, we'll go give her a follow, grab her new single Between Us. And Amy, thanks so much for chatting today.
Thank you so much, Cody. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. I'm sure we'll cross paths soon here.
Heck yes. Heck yes.
Heck yes. All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely. You too. Cheers.
Take care.
Thanks.